Yo, what's up, boys and girls? This is my very first podcast. We're just going to take some clips of this and, yeah, enjoy the video.
Yo, I'm Dre.
What's up, man?
Joined by my man's Damon. Yes.
How's it going?
Go follow him on Instagram at NomadNelly.
Nomad.Nelly.
Yes, there's a dot in there. Don't worry.
It'll be in the description. All my social media will be in the description. My OnlyFans, my Patreon. I meant my Twitter,
Yo, he's ridiculous. Yo, so we're here at ATO Fitness. It's one of the mini spots that I work at because, you know, Dre is Mr. Worldwide, everywhere.
No pitbull.
Yes, sir. So, but, yo, Damon, thank you for sitting down with me. So, for me, what the goal of this podcast is just to let everybody know that fitness is for everyone and show that everyone, even the people that got like 15,000 followers on Instagram, all started somewhere. So for you, obviously tell everybody about like who you are. Obviously, I know who you are, but let everybody know who you are.
Well, I would say I'm a country kid from Arkansas. Grew up there for all my life. Grew up playing football. That's how I got introduced into fitness. Mm-hmm. But fitness was more of being like having brute strength because I played center. That was a little different of a mindset. But then transitioning out of football, which I graduated college about 1.5 years ago. After graduating, I thought to myself, man, how do I work out? Because usually in college it was just like some meatball ass dude from Chicago that was like, lift this. So, and that's how I got into it, bro. And I'm just honestly pretty eclectic. I like to.
Hi, Clayton.
Yeah, there's a camera right there. We got you in 4K.
Caught him in 4K. Don't worry, we're clipping that up.
Yeah.
But anyway,
all right, we can edit this.
Yeah, we can.
All right, sick.
Well, I'll have to edit the video in post, but yeah, I can do that.
Awesome.
So for you, as the individual, why fitness? Like, what made you just really want to pursue a life built around fitness?
So I wish I could say it's because, I want to lose weight, or no, I realized that I really had to kind of deep dive into fitness because I actually came here for my 22nd birthday. Mm-hmm. Came out here to Denver, and like middle of the vacation, I was like, why am I so mad right now? I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I don't know if this is going to be in the podcast, you can edit this out or not, but like I busted a nut. Like I was smoking good weed.
I'm keeping that.
Drinking good beer. You know what I mean? Like I was enjoying myself.
Yeah.
But then I was just mad as fuck. And then the people I was with, they were like, hey man, you need to, when was the last time you worked out? And I was like, I don't know, since we left. And they're like, hey, let's go lift. And so I went and lifted, and I felt amazing after that. Then I realized I can't really go 2 weeks without working out. Or really 2 days, not 2 weeks.
I love that. So for you, what would you say like was the moment, besides like that experience in coming to Colorado, what would you say was like the moment, like, you know, when you're in the gym where you really are like, wow, I really love this. This is my thing.
I think that's a good question, actually. Let me think about that. I would say when at Crunch, mm-hmm. when like the little bros, like the little gym bros, like they would kind of look and be like, bro, like that's sick, you know what I mean? Because not a lot of people can put like 315 over their head, mm-hmm. and they see that and they're like, oh my gosh. Or you saw all like those football players, and like they would come up and ask me because I played college football. They would ask, hey man, how did you get there? You know, like, how did you get so strong? You know. That kind of helped a lot. And then just lifting big ass weight a lot just felt good. And so I just like putting up massive shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with sports, was football the only sport you did?
Collegiately, yeah.
Okay. Did you do any other sports in high school?
In high school, I briefly played basketball.
Okay.
Briefly.
Were you center?
I was more like a power forward because I'm not that tall.
Okay.
You know, but I am pretty slow. But I can pass the ball pretty well. I can't hoop. I can play basketball, but I'm not a hooper. You know what I'm saying? I was pretty
okay,
good.
Neither is Draymond Green.
Yeah. I would like to say I played a lot like Boris Diaw or Big Baby Glenn Davis. So, I mean, they got championships.
They got rings.
But I played a little bit of basketball, and then I was pretty okay at shot put. I never really gave it the time it deserved because that was off season for football, and that was just something I did to get out of class and meet girls. From being honest.
Okay, hey, look, honesty is what we're all about here.
Yeah. It's the best policy.
So, when it comes to fitness, what was the unexpected benefits that you got? Not just the physical aspects, because obviously, you know, you're working out, you're healthy, you're staving off heart disease and all that stuff, and having a lower blood pressure. And as Black Americans, we are more predisposed to heart disease, high blood pressure, and things of that nature.
I actually low-key kind of have high blood pressure, but I think it's because I'm nervous in doctors' offices. Hey, that's a thing too. Hey, if you're nervous to go to doctor's offices and stuff like that, whenever they take your blood pressure initially, ask them to take it like 2 more times before you leave. Because usually it's like anxiety.
Okay.
Because you're waiting to get told something like is wrong with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But to answer your question, I mean the mental aspect, right? That's like everyone always says, it makes me more confident. But I think for me, it just keeps me more competitive.
Yeah.
You know, it just keeps me goal-oriented because I firmly believe men without goals are living aimlessly. And so for me, it's like, okay, I did this week. So this is what I'm trying to do this week. That's pretty cool. Meeting people, which everyone always says you meet like-minded people, but the amount of people you actually meet, like now going to choose a different gym in my area, it's weird
because you're having to refine all that.
Yeah, but it's like the people are different, but they're all the same.
Yeah,
you know, and for the most part, like the gym bros and people who like actually give a fuck.
Yeah. So I will say, in my experience, it is always the people that make the place. Anyone that knows me, that knows like how much of a gym enthusiast knows, they know the one gym I will always slander without fail is Planet Fitness. I do not like Planet Fitness. I do not respect Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is a gym that you start at if you have either no option or you are very uncertain about going to another commercial gym.
Why do you? I really like Planet Fitness. I'm not gonna lie. I'm that guy.
In my opinion, it's a gym that exists where like they operate off the principle where they know you're gonna sign up and you're gonna forget you have that gym because after working out there for a week or two, you're gonna go to a better gym and realize that they're holding you back.
Well, I think it's good. I think it's a lot like McDonald's. You know what I mean? Like, let's say you go to an area. Like, let's say you go to Russellville, Arkansas.
I said, let's call it the Burger King of the gym world.
Burger King's better than.
Oh, that's true. Wait, Burger King's fire.
Burger King's kind of good.
I'm gonna cut that out. It is the Arby's of the fitness world.
Yeah. Okay, that's actually better because Arby's as a whole isn't good, but Arby's has
good things.
Like their mozzarella
sticks. Mozzarella sticks are fire. The curly fries are lit.
Oh, God, and their shakes.
I'm vegetarian, so Damon just described the only things that I get at Arby's. But yeah, Planet Fitness is the Arby's of the fitness world. I say that because I don't like how they operate off of the saying of no judgments. But if you've ever been to a Planet Fitness, and I'm speaking from my experience, I'm not going to assume other people's experience, they get very judgmental. Like for once, I walked in one and they told me I couldn't come in because I had a sleeveless shirt. They said it was gym intimidation. I mean, I know I've heard
you got guns, bro. Look at these.
Oh, I was strong. I was skinny mini.
Flex on them. Like,
I was skinny mini back then. So like they're like, it's gym intimidation, and I'm like, who am I trying to intimidate? You know, it's my other issue with Planet Fitness. Sorry, this is delving into a sermon about why I don't like Planet Fitness. They shouldn't have got me started. But
you got you started.
I know.
You came
well,
out of nowhere.
so here's the thing: they operate off the. They were Planet Fitness got started in partnership with Biggest Loser, which is great. It was a show built about like 600-pound people losing their weight, and so that's why there's a lot of cardio machine, way more cardio than there is weightlifting stuff. That's why. But here's my issue: it is counterproductive for you to be a gym, but you're giving out donuts Tuesday mornings, or you're giving out.
Is that actually a thing?
Yes,
I've never been to that.
Pre-pandemic, Planet Fitness would give out donuts on Tuesday mornings and pizza on Monday nights. And for me, it is counterintuitive and also disrespectful to your members to be offering them food that is not a healthy option. Look, there's nothing wrong with eating pizza, nothing wrong with eating donuts in moderation. But also, much how like in life, there's a time and place for things, the gym is not the time and place for you to be offering people who just worked out, who are struggling to lose.
I feel like pizza is a very gray area. I feel like pizza's gray area, but donuts, I feel like donuts is like.
But like also like pizza, like if you're somebody that's like, so let's say it like this, you're like, because the model that they operate off of, they were founded in partnership with the Biggest Loser. So it stands to well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it stands to reason that like if that is the market you were trying to entice and cater to, it is counterproductive for someone who's 300 to 400 pounds, who's fighting off heart disease, who's trying to lose weight, who's on that treadmill every day lifting their weights, for you then to tempt them with, hey, we're offering pizza on Monday night. Like that's.
I've never seen that before, so I don't.
Yeah, dog.
I don't know what to say.
If you are offended by my dislike of Planet Fitness, I got this for you. Argue with the wall. I don't care.
Well, I mean, they have good machines.
They don't have a bench press.
I mean,
they have a Smith machine.
I said they have good machines. I think if you go there, you want to like get like an arm pump.
They got a red light therapy and a hydro bed, so that's cool. And they got kid care, so like I said, no shade if Planet Fitness is the only feasible gym that's by you.
Yeah. Honestly.
But if you're in a city or an area where you've got
a crunch.
No. I'm not going to slander the place I used to work at because that's going to turn into a long rant. I'm going to cut this out when I say this, but fuck you, Raul. I'm going to cut that out anyway. But
cut that out, bro.
I can't. I got it. Anyway, but if you live in an area where you've got a 24 or a Gold's Gym or even one of those little mom and pop kind of spots, if you can go there and it's feasibly affordable for you.
Yeah.
If you're like look, Planet Fitness is a $9.99 commercial gym. If you're going to spend $9.99, go to somewhere different. Go to a Vasa, go to a 24, even go to a Choose. There's just, in terms of growth, Planet Fitness is the rec center of the commercial gym industry. It's cool if you got it, if that's all you got, but for your growth, fitness-wise,
there's some good rec centers there. I'm gonna change this camera angle.
No, you're good. Me just slandering rec centers. Look, real talk, at the end of the day, as much as Planet Fitness isn't for me personally, if you're there and you like it, look, that's good. Ultimately, as much as again, these are all jokes. Don't take it seriously. These are jokes. But he
was dead serious.
I don't like Planet Fitness.
He put this shit on Moms. You're not going to see this shit in the edit. He put it on Mom, bro. I'm telling you.
But real talk. Look, if all you got is that, work with what you got. Yeah. If all you got is a home gym, work with what you got until you reach that level where you are comfortable enough to venture out to different. So when I do slander Planet Fitness, and I do mean that personally, I do mean that. But when I say that it's a starter or a beginner gym, it is very much like training wheels. You're on the you're using training wheels on your bike, until you get more comfortable, get more confidence where you don't need them anymore. Like because a lot of small reason that people go to smaller gyms or they just stick to their at-home workout is they've had moments where they've experienced gym anxiety. And as we've previously covered in other episodes, gym anxiety is a very real thing and everybody does go through it.
Well, let's speak on that.
Yes.
Why do you think that's such a, like, do you think it's the being afraid to get accepted, or do you think it's like afraid to exert themselves? Because I never really understood that.
Yeah, so let me cook on this one. So if you think about it, if you look at it, the gyms in a little microcosmic way are reminiscent of what watering holes are for animals. If you think about it, when you look at like nature documentaries, you see your gazelles, you see your zebras, you see your wildebeest, you see your giraffes, and you see your elephants. And if you notice, when the elephants come through, all the other animals move out the way to give them space. When the crocodiles show up, all the animals move up to give them their space. When the lions show up, or the cheetahs, or the leopards, everybody moves to give them their space. Because one, they don't want no problems, they're intimidated, they're scared, they're trying to survive. It's a survival thing. But also, the watering hole, you'll notice the bigger animals and the animals that are more in number tend to command more of the space of the watering hole. And that is just rooted in kind of like hierarchy. And even though in the gym, the part that makes everyone equal is everyone being there, walking through those doors. There's different fitness levels, there's different goals, there's different mindsets. So there is a unenforced hierarchy, so to speak. Like most people who are new to the gym, you are the newcomer, and whether it's true or not, and I promise more often than not it's not true, you feel as if every eye is on you. Because like I said with the watering hole, when an animal that people haven't seen comes by, all the animals are observed because they're trying to see where they fit in. But with a lot of people going to the new gym, they themselves are trying to figure out where I fit in. It's like, oh, am I going to be more of the guy that's loudly over there shouting as he's just banging the weights around? Am I the soccer mom that's just doing cardio for an hour with her kid in the daycare because this is the 1 hour a day I have? Am I the older guy that knows what he's doing, even though my workouts look weird, and I'm not going to accept any help for anybody, but I'm going to tell everybody that they're doing something wrong? Or am I the person that is there, doesn't know a lot, but I'm too scared to ask for help? It's a hierarchy, water hole kind of structure, and sometimes it gets to be so intimidating that most people just get up and go. And look, full transparency, as experienced as I am with working out, when I first moved down to the Denver area from Colorado Springs, I didn't know nobody, but I knew I had a membership at Crunch because I was just starting to work there. I had a membership at Vasa because I had joined when I was up in the Springs. I went to the Vasa that's down here in the Denver area, and oh my goodness, I got so intimidated. It was a lot. It was overwhelming. There was a lot of people. There was a lot of machines. A lot of the stuff that I wanted to use was taken. It was a lot. It was like someone had just released ants at a picnic. It was crazy. And then I was like, okay, maybe I'm just gonna go sit in the sauna for a second. I'm in the sauna.
Tons of people.
Crazy. Yeah. I just got so overwhelmed that I left.
I feel you. That's how it was when I moved from Arkansas out here, and I was at Crunch. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm always going to be myself wherever I'm at. Mm-hmm. So here's my question: which one am I? What guy am I?
Oh, Damon is the extroverted person. I am also the extrovert. But a lot of it is like this. Now you can correct me if you're the same for you. But for me, I deal with anxiety. I'm a person that has anxiety pretty bad. despite being extroverted. But here's how that works for me. If I make eye contact with another person and I don't know them, I'm like, oh my goodness, you made eye contact with that person. If you don't say hi or don't say something, they're gonna think you're weird. You're gonna be in their TikTok story or their Snapchat story. You're gonna be like just slandered without mercy in their life.
Yeah.
Now again, that is an irrational way of thinking for me because it's probably not the case. But that inner kind of monologue kind of feeling usually pushes me to then find something to start a conversation about, whether it's their shoes, like how much weight they've been doing, or like if I think they can do something more efficiently. Now, even though I have experience at powerlifting, I don't just walk around correcting people. I don't just go like, oh my God. No, there's a time and place for everything. I usually offer it as a question. I'm like, hey, this is dope. Can I show you how to do this a little bit better? Or, hey, can I show you another way to do this? Stuff like that. Most people are pretty accepting. Most people, if you're genuine, are pretty honest and open. And, despite my anxiety, me being able to talk to people and just put myself out there because, I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Not everyone's going to like me, but who cares? I'm not for everybody. I'm not sugar. I'm not for everybody. But,
diabetics can't have sugar.
Oh, damn. But,
for being honest.
you're not wrong. And people, yeah. So like if you let that fear of like something not going well hold you back, you're never gonna.
I think for me, I'm more extroverted in the fact of, because just to link back to fitness was introduced through football.
Mm-hmm.
And in high school was always like this because you're like a youngster getting a lift. So you're like excited to do it.
Yeah.
But for college, it was more of, if there was no energy in there, we're fucking, our coach would send us out, bring us back in and have us redo the work. It doesn't matter where we're at. And so we always kind of had to be like energetic, always had to be like hyping people up, always had to be like giving high five. Because there's a correlation between how many times a team gives high fives to their winning percentage.
Really?
No, this is proven. So someone tracked in the NBA. This is select to the NBA because it's the easiest to track.
Yeah.
During Golden State's run when they had KD, they also gave each other the most handshakes and gave each other the most daps and shit. And like pats on the back and the butt, you know what I mean? Like dap ups, all that.
Oh, that's fire. That I will say that's true because in my experience, now again, I'm not taking sole credit at all for their like winning or their fire. But I will say, when it comes to coaching, I am the coach that's the hype man. I'm known as the fire. Like they know if they're looking for some hype or they're looking to start on a note good, right? Let Coach Dre give the pregame speech. Let Coach Dre be outside. Like, cause like before every game for lacrosse, every like home game when we come out the locker room, I'm one of the ones outside the door, and I'm like, yo, let's go. Like I'm over here just being super hype, being super loud.
Are you going to stay into coaching or?
I've been doing this for 10 years.
It's been 10 years?
I've been coaching since I was 18 years old.
So why aren't you just like full-fledged in coaching?
Hey, there ain't a lot of money in coaching, but also I don't do it for the money.
That's why I didn't get into coaching. So before I moved out here, I got offered a job to coach at a high school in Little Rock. Yeah. And I lived pretty close. I was in Conway, Arkansas, which is only like a 30-minute, 45-minute drive. Yes. But I was just like, man, how much do I get paid? They were like, you would get paid $40,000. And I was like, I mean, that's good money coming out of, I mean, my mom raised me on less than 30, like around 30, you know what I mean? But it's like, kid out of college, like you just put in 4.5 years.
You got them student loans.
Yeah, well, I don't have student. I have like minimal student loans that are already paid off because I had a scholarship. I was blessed. I always tell people if I didn't have that, I would have never went to college. I'd just be another bum in Springdale. Probably got a girl pregnant if I didn't need to.
Yeah. No, I feel it though. So I will say, coaching lacrosse and coaching wrestling, and even when I coach like
so you coach both.
I've coached wrestling, I've coached lacrosse, I've coached flag football. When I was stationed in the Air Force, I was coaching lacrosse, and I was also coaching for the rec center on Peterson Air Force Base. I was coaching during fall. I'd coach flag football and I'd coach fall lacrosse, and then during winter I'd coach indoor lacrosse and basketball, and then during spring I'd coach the spring basketball league and coached spring lacrosse. And then, you know, 1 year I tried coaching summer lacrosse, and for my own mental stability, I had to stop because that was 4 seasons, and I was basically coaching year round and
yeah, you need a break.
Well, yeah, because you work Monday through Friday in the Air Force, and then, you know, lacrosse was doing Saturday, and then all I had was Sunday. And Sunday is usually you trying to recover from what you did through those weeks. So I had to recognize when enough was enough. But I will say, coaching has been the single most rewarding thing I've ever done. I say that because if I had to put a number, just as accurate as possible of a ballpark of the number of kids I've coached roughly between 200 to 300 kids.
Dang.
During my entire tenure as a coach, every season, every team, like I've coached, no joke, like 200 to 300 kids.
It's a lot of moms.
You're ridiculous. Don't listen to him. No, but listen, it's like, and you know what's great is, like, you know, once you're not there like coaching anymore, like you can really be friends with those kids. And so like seeing so many of them go off and do
that is pretty cool,
great in life. And then, you know, I've had a couple that have tragically had their lives cut short. But, you know, I remember them for the kids that they were and the people that they were, and that's good for me.
I still keep in contact with a couple of my high school coaches.
Okay.
Coach Day, Coach Wood, Coach Thornton. I keep in contact with them sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's weird seeing their kids grow up, you know. And then college was just such a business, man. It's such like, which I understand, because in high school, your team can suck because you don't determine your talent that goes through there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Coaching in college is like, bro, you have two losing seasons in a row.
That coach is gone.
That third season, like, you can have a losing season. There's like injuries and stuff, but if it's like you just lose the same way all the time, like my college coach actually framed it like this. He was like, Damon, I was playing like shit. I was playing like dog shit. He's like, Damon, I have a serious question. We were in film. This is in front of all the homies, right? He said, if I had to choose between feeding my family or you playing, or like getting the right guy to play the position so we can win, what do you think I'm choosing? I said, well, I hope you would choose your family. He was like, exactly. He was like, you're putting me in a position to where I have to choose my family. And when I heard it like that, because at first I took everything personally. You know what I mean? It was like, dude, you recruited me to come here.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to go play at Arkansas Tech. You know what I mean? I was like, you were the guys calling me. You were the guys offering me money, all this shit, right?
Yeah.
But then when I heard it like that, I was like, I see. You know what I mean?
So speaking of coaching, and coaching does, you're good. Coaching is going to relate to fitness for you. What is the most, if that quote is for you, but like, what is the most either impactful moment you have experienced from either sports or fitness, and like, how has it shaped who you are today?
Bro, okay. Dude, that's a crazy question. I like that. So in high school, I was listening to like a lot of Kanye. I still listen to Kanye. It's cool. Kanye 2024. But that was around the time, like, he dropped like Yeezus, and he was like saying, "I am a god" and shit.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna tie into it. And then this is when everyone was like, "What do you mean you're a god?" You know. And then he came out and said, he was like, "That means God. We're created in God's image. That means we're the gods of our world." That's why he said, "I believe." He's like, "I believe there's a God above me. I'm just the God of everything else." Because you can shape your life.
God flow. Everything else. Yeah, that was
hard. But he, so to tie that in, my junior year of high school football, we're losing in the. So we were the best team in the state, bar none. We had so many dogs. And so we got the bye week, and we fucked off that bye week, bro. Like, we were just like, partying, we were smoking dope, we weren't practicing hard.
Yeah.
And then the next week we're playing at home, packed stadium, you know, college scouts are here.
Yeah.
Bro, Conway, the team that we're playing, beating our ass, was beating the shit out of us. But it was still like a close game. Like the scoreboard wasn't telling you really what was happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because just off of talent alone, we were kind of hanging in there. And then I just remember, like, dude, there was 2 minutes. This is like out of a movie. There's 2 minutes left, and they're like, and they're up. I think they were up 6. They're either up like 5 or 6, and they're either about to score or kick a field goal. And this field goal is it's icy, bro, because it's now a 2-possession game. There's less than 2 minutes, right? And I remember, like, we took a timeout, and then it was just quiet. It was just pinned. You could hear a fucking mouse fart. And then we're all, like, huddled up. Like, the defense is huddled up. And I just remember thinking, fuck this. Guys are crying. You know what I mean? I was like, what the fuck? I was like, we're still in the game. You know what I mean? But they're in the red zone. And I remember I was like, everyone fucking, you know, come here. You know what I mean? I was like coaches are trying to, I was like, fuck that. I was like, fuck that. I was like, dude, we have a chance to do something our school's never done. And we're going to piss that away. I was like, we're 2 plays away from knocking them out of field goal range when we get the ball back. And I remember thinking to myself, we're not losing. I was like, I don't care. Dude, there was like a fight almost broke out. You know, I'm not even joking, bro. It was one of the most high tension moments ever. And I was like, fuck that, bro. We're not losing. And then one of my best friends, Riley Bean, he got 2 sacks in a row, knocked him out of field goal range. There was a short punt. They shanked it. Then we got the ball 2 plays. And here's the crazier thing. Now, so we get the ball. Damn, I'm about to fucking go on a tangent. So we get the ball for the go-ahead score, right? First, it's so loud at this point, right? We're about to snap the ball, false start, right? We just couldn't hear. And then we're all like, hey, Fuller, our quarterback, we're like, Fuller, we cannot hear. We're right by our band section, the student section. And he was like, I'm fucking saying, set hut. And then Manny Carrillo, one of our right tackle, came up and punched him in the face. Popped all of his snaps off in front of like everybody, bro. And you heard everyone gasp. And then he was like, bro, be fucking louder. And then he like punched Drew in the chest, our center. He was like, listen to the fucking snap and let's go score. 3 scores later, bro, we went and scored. And I remember thinking right from that moment, I was like, there's luck involved. There's luck involved in front of and everything. But if you think you're going to lose, you're going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you get under, I've never hit a PR thinking I can't hit it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I get under a bar and if I say it, even in my mind, I'm like, oh, this is heavy. You know what I mean? But
it's a mindset thing.
It's always a mindset.
And that, you know, that's so it's funny. There's shout out to my alma mater, my high school, Annandale. I had great coaches, and one thing we always said in football is poise, gentlemen, champs don't choke. And I literally have carried that phrase through so many different teams. So many different teams. If any of my former players are listening to this, you already know. You've heard me get crazy in the huddle and shout poise, gentlemen, and y'all shout champs don't choke at the end. It's great. It's one of my favorite things like that. And one time somebody asked me what it meant, and I was like, look, it's not saying that like if you lose the game, like you suck. Like, no. Yes, in life there are winners and losers. That's a finality. That's a this, that. But it's talking about like, even if you lose, how do you respond? What is your mentality? Do you sit there and let your failures hold you down, or do you rise up?
Or it's more of like in those moments of winning, because you know. All the game is.
And you got to be calm because look, when like that moment, when the game is stressful, when the game is on the line, are you going to tear each other down? Are you going to start attacking each other? Or are you going to be like, nope, we got this. Coaches got us to this point. This is their job. I'm going to play.
Yeah. But I don't know. I've always been good in stressful situations because the way my dad raised me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm one of the black kids that grew up with a father. Because, you know, they say it's only like, I think it's like 29% of our generation grew up with. So I was in the marginal group. You know, I tell my dad that all the time. I always think when I say, Dad, thank you. So I thank you for 3 things actually. say, thank you for giving me your name. Thank you for making me a pimp. And thank you for being there. Because, I mean, he was just always there, you know?
Yeah.
But he taught me, something he said, this quote always just kind of sticks with me. He said, if you're driving and you miss the turn, don't tell anybody. Because if you tell someone you missed the turn, if you show someone you're kind of like unsure about yourself, then how are they supposed to follow you? And so when I heard that, I am always poised in these situations. Like I tend not to get super high stressed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, boys generally change some.
Yeah.
But then I was meaning to say, whenever you get, because there's points of winning in a game.
Yeah.
The whole game isn't the point of the game is to get to the moment.
Yeah.
Right? It's a lot like sex, bro, right? You get to sex. Like sex, I mean, not trying to be fun. This is just how it was explained to me, bro. This is how it was explained. It was like the point of sex is to nut, right? You enjoy the moment, like you enjoy what's happening, but you're doing it for one reason. So you're playing a game to win. So there's winning moments. And so it's like, what are you gonna do when it's now? Like Drake said, he was like, they always say your time's coming, but what are you gonna do when it's your time? Because there's some moments that you have to seize. You can't let it bypass you.
Yeah. I mean, I told, I'll never forget because this is one, I've won some championships as a coach. And there are two coaching championships that were one of my most favorite ones. One was in wrestling, one was in lacrosse. Lacrosse was literally, we had started out the season 0-5. We won our last 3 games, got second seed. They split our bracket. So
wait. So your record was 5-3?
3-5.
3-5, but you were the 2 seed?
We got the 2 seed. We went from being the 8th seed to being the 2 seed.
By winning 3 games?
Uh-huh. It was lit.
Wait, so did like the league suck?
It was, I mean, that level is blue, so it's like the beginner level. But still.
Bro, how is that math? I'm sorry.
I know the math ain't mathing, but that's...
How many teams was that?
So there was, in the bracket originally, there were...
Oh, so it was like pool play?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like, but because we got the top seed in that bracket, we went from being the 8th seed to the 1st seed actually in the bracket, which was great. But the great part was we got an automatic bid to the semis because we were the 1st seed and we had the bye. And we win that first game 3-2. That game was gritty. But the game that was the best was the championship one because we ended up winning in triple overtime 4-3 against a team that 2 weeks ago had beat us 6-0. And the only reason this championship was my favorite one was because I told them on day 1 we were going to be in the championship game. And I told them to believe that. And I remember one of the dads had emailed me about how his son was there to play lacrosse, and I need to focus on teaching the game instead of little anecdotes.
That is the game.
And like that, I'm filling their head with false hopes. And you know, it's crazy that dad was all mute when we won the championship. He didn't say a thing. Didn't even say you were right or thank you, coach. Nothing.
Dude, it's weird. It's weird.
Well, I told him. My only response in email was, "Hey, man, thank you for sharing your feedback with me. That helps me become a better coach. But if I didn't believe that the kids that we have could win the championship game, I have no business coaching. For anyone,
yeah,
if you're a coach, if you're a trainer, if anyone that is helping you be a competitor does not believe that you can be the best and does not set out with the intention of you being the best, that is not the person for you. Go find different people. If your friends or family do not support you, do not believe in you, again, sorry for my grandma that's going to hear this language, but if the people around you don't support you and don't believe in you, fuck them. Literally, again, I am sorry for whoever heard that, but fuck them. The only person you need to believe in you is you. Yes, it is great to have a support system. Support is magnetic. It is wonderful. It is awesome to have people that ride for you. But we come into this world alone. We go out of this world in a pine box in the ground alone. So if you got you and no one else sees the vision, it's cool. They'll see the vision when it's done. when you've already got there. You just got to ride for you.
It's almost like if you like are on trial for murder, you don't want a lawyer that thinks you murdered the guy.
You definitely don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want your lawyer to think that.
You want a lawyer that's gonna go for you. Like it's like I've told my athletes, like, hey dog, if you are in the right, I will back you full tilt. If you're in the wrong, you're gonna suffer the consequences. But if you're in the right, I will have your back regardless.
See, I be riding, bro. I be riding for my niggas, bro. I be riding for them, bro. Right or wrong, either way.
We support all women's rights and wrongs here.
I don't know about that.
I'm gonna have to cut that out.
I'm kind of misogynist.
I'm gonna have to cut that out.
I follow Andrew Tate.
Oh, well, I'm really gonna have to cut that out. What timestamp is that? 40. I'm gonna really have to cut that out.
What, bro? Okay. What's wrong with Andrew Tate?
I have to cut that out.
Why?
I don't.
I mean, it's okay. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just asking why. Because I know why there's reasons why.
I was like, I don't care for him or Ezra Miller.
You're lumping him in the same group as Ezra Miller? What do you mean?
Didn't that man and his brother kidnap some chick in Romania? And that's why they can't go there? Because the police are looking for him? They're international fugitives?
No. They're on house arrest.
I'm really gonna click this out.
They're on house arrest in Romania.
Okay.
For alleged charges, but there's no documentation.
Yeah. Well, I guess for me, I don't like his like brand, so to speak. His whole thing operates off the mind. So like I love motivational. Well, like I love motivational speakers, but I don't like people that are trying to be motivational by flexing what they have, their materials and all this stuff. Because at the end of the day, all that stuff fades away. It's like have you seen Rocky 3?
Is that the one with
Clever Language?
Yeah.
So the greatest scene in that movie isn't just when Rocky wins. The best scene is what happens right before the training montage. It is Adrian and Rocky, just the two of them, and she asks him to be honest. She's asking him why he's not training hard, and he's dodging the question, offering up all these excuses, and he's like, I want to lose what I got. And she's like, what do you have that can't be replaced? We've got a house, we've got cars, we've got money. We have everything but the truth, damn it. What's the truth? And she forces him to get real with himself. And he has to come to grips after doing all of his excuses. He has to admit to her, just her, and the audience that's watching, that he's afraid. He's afraid that he's not good enough, that he doesn't have it. And she tells him, you have to resolve that with yourself. You can't be walking around afraid that people are going to laugh at you, call you a coward, say you're not a man anymore, take things away. You have to live with that, because at the end of the day, it's going to eat you up. And we can't live like this, but most importantly, you can't live like this. I believe that you can do it. Apollo and your friends believe that you can do it, but you've got to want to do it, and you've got to want to do it for the right reasons. And that moment snaps Rocky back to himself. He trains hard and he whoops the snot out of Mr. T at the end of the third movie. Spoiler alert for anyone that hasn't seen it.
I think what I like. So you're right. I don't like. I'm a very faith-based.
But here's why that scene is great.
Yeah, because it's not preaching materialism.
It's not just that, but like it's life. When you yes, in the movie she's talking to Rocky, but when you think about it, Adrian represents you talking, like either talking with yourself or talking with people around you. It's accountability. It's accountability because he's dodging. Well, he's dodging the initial accountability, and then he has to. And then when she pokes a hole in every excuse he offers, he has to admit the truth. He's scared, and that's what you have to do inside yourself when you're struggling and you hit a wall. And if you don't have the right people around, if the people around you aren't willing to hold you accountable, which is why I love all the friends that I have, the people that are in my life are not afraid to tell you, hey, Dre, you wild, and Dre, you out of pocket. Hey, Dre, hey, dude, you need to dial it back. They're not afraid to. Because if they were, they wouldn't be in my life.
Shout out Josh. I ain't seen him in a minute either. Shout out that boy.
Shout out Josh. Shout out Savannah. Shout out Allison. Obviously, shout out Damon. Shout out Mo. Shout out Blake Blake's my dude.
I just saw Blake. He's cool. Yeah.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
Shout out to obviously my wife. She's the first person not afraid to tell me when I'm tripping. She's wonderful. And shout out Cammie and Cameron as well. And of course, my guy, Chris. That's a lot of shout outs. I could shout out 1,000 more people. But
shout out Raul.
no, absolutely not. But anyways, it's those kind of people that aren't afraid to tell me when I'm in the wrong. Because look, I don't always think I'm in the right, but sometimes you just go around with you're feeling yourself, you're feeling your oats. You feel like you on a new level, like you ASAP Ferg. And sometimes people got to let you know, hey dog, you need to sit down and be humble. Like sometimes people got to let you know that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Shout out to God for putting all the great people in my life. God's amazing.
But like to say what I was saying, like I am a very like faith-based, God-fearing man.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I will always say is, this is just what I believe in. Mm-hmm. I mean, everyone has their own opinion.
Yeah.
I believe every man should strive to be as fit as possible, that being like your heart health as well as strength.
Mm-hmm.
I think every man should strive to make as much money as humanly possible so you can provide for your loved ones. Mm-hmm. And I think you should always have ambition. Like I said to start this, I was like, if you don't have, this is just how I live. Maybe I'm projecting on others.
Yeah.
But if I don't live with a goal, then I'm kind of
being a disservice.
Yeah, bro, that's how I feel. That's what I feel like a man should do. You know what I mean? I can't speak on what women should do because I'm not a woman.
Yeah.
But I am a man. I'm not trying to go on a tangent or anything, but it hurts me to see strength and masculinity painted as not Andrew Tate. Like this is other than Andrew Tate.
No, I got you.
But like to see that like being like a strong, dominant, like not aggressive man, but like I'm not aggressive. But like I'm not gonna bullshit.
Say no, kidding.
But like I'm not gonna bullshit a situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're straightforward and transparent. That's cool. And
yeah.
I respect that. So jumping back towards fitness, because we did really get off attention, but that's cool. I love it. That's what this podcast is for. I love organic. I love organic and honest conversations. Someone that is either considering starting in the gym or has hit a wall and they are wanting to give up, what would you say to them? You can have two different answers for both situations, or you can have an answer for both of them.
So I'm gonna start with the second one first.
Yeah.
Someone who hit a wall. You're supposed to hit a wall. Mm-hmm. Rocky hit walls. You lose your motivation. It's not about motivation. It's not about inspiration. I think those are like the pre-workout, right? Pre-workout isn't the whole workout. It's to get you to the gym and to start you off right. It's all about discipline. You're gonna have shitty days. I'm not saying train when you're injured, but you're going to train when you're stiff. Sometimes you don't want to lift weight. You're going to have to run when the bottom of your foot kind of hurts. Mm-hmm. You stubbed your toe hard that night. You know what I mean? You have to do it, bro. And then go back and see your progress. Go back and see what it is what brought you back, right?
Yeah.
Go pull up those pictures that you saw that made you realize, oh man, that's something else I would say. I would tell people, take pictures. Post your pictures. It keeps you accountable. Like for me, like I started posting my physique pictures, which I mean, I'm a strong guy. I think I'm more impressive in the weight room than I am with my shirt off. Mm-hmm. But I am transitioning to, I look a lot better with my shirt on. But to keep me accountable is I post it. So like, if I post that, what are people going to look for the next month, right? Mm-hmm. Something that looks better, right? So that just kind of pulls my feet to the fire. If someone who wants to get started dude, I'm going to be honest. We saw what COVID did.
Yeah.
We saw what COVID did. We saw how quickly your life can be taken away just because you're not in shape. Mm-hmm. A vaccine can do what it does. All these medicines can do what they do. But they can only do what they do if you have something feasible. It's a lot like, what's this up? It's a lot like a thermogenic. Mm-hmm. For instance, right, I'm on a thermogenic.
For anyone that doesn't know, thermogenics are going to basically make you burn your body, burn fat a bit at a bit better rate than just your normal rate.
Yeah, usually, from my understanding of it, they're not to like go on quick, but thermogenics like raise your body temperature a little bit more, so you burn a lot more off.
Yes.
But if you just take a fat burner, you're not going to burn fat.
Yeah.
If you're lifting a whole bunch of weight and going hard in the gym, but you're not dieting, you're going to look like shit.
Yeah. And feel like it too.
Yeah. And it's like, dude, we're supposed to be healthy humans. You know what I mean? Like this thing of like, people are like, oh, fat phobia. It's okay to be fat. It's okay to be out of shape. I don't fucking believe that. I think that's bullshit. I don't really enjoy that people are teaching other people that it's okay to be like that.
Sorry.
You're good.
Allison just told me she got hit.
What? She got hit by a car?
No, some car rear-ended her. Oh, give me 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead.
She just tried to call me. Yo. Oh, you can. Oh, you're good. You can. We're still over here. But yeah. Here.
Hello.
Hey, Allison, give me like 10 minutes, and you can tell me when you're here. Okay, bye. Thanks. Yeah, give me like 5 or so minutes, 5 to 10 minutes.
Do you want to say what's up? You want to say what's up to the
You want to say what's up? The camera's right there.
Yeah, do you want
to be on it?
to say what's up?
You want to say what's up? You want to pop in here real quick?
You sure, bro? I'll plug your social media, bro. You look
I'm
like
Dre.
a trainer.
Yeah, I'm one of the new trainers here. Drew, nice to meet you, man. Love it.
Drew, what's up? I'm Damon.
Look at that, Triple D.
Triple D Club. Hey, bro. Come on. Bro,
Okay, yeah.
bro,
No, you're good.
I'll shout out your Instagram real quick. You get more clients, bro. Some views. All right, sure. Yeah, come on, real quick. Just say it.
Yo.
What's up?
This is the homie Drew. Shout out your Instagram, your training page.
Yeah, it's Master Coach Drew, and then my Instagram, I have a business page. It's Tree of Life Fitness _.
Awesome, sick.
Yeah.
Yo, that's fire.
Yeah, we'll be right
All
out.
right.
Yeah, we'll be done. We're wrapping up soon.
I
Okay.
get like tens of views, bro. So I got you. Yeah.
Yo, so what is these are gonna be some very little like kind of serious or kind of slightly heavy questions, but
So what you got, coach?
no, you're good.
No,
What was your biggest struggle when it came to really starting in the gym? And also when you hit a wall mentally and emotionally, how do you overcome that?
So the biggest struggle is my diet. It still is the biggest struggle. It's not hard for me. It's not hard for me to go to the gym and lift weight and like go for a walk and like get in the sauna and shit like that, because that keeps me mentally, balanced. But when I hit a wall, bro, I watch like fitness influencers.
Yeah.
I watch like Sam Select. I watch Jesse James West. I watch Will Tennyson. I watch some Trend Twins. It just shows me it's like, because I don't know if you guys know, I don't know if I call it a fitness page because I'm not like really like big on, it's like a fitness page, but I feel like it's like where I film most of my content is in the gym.
I mean, Damon does kind of what I do, like with my gym vlogs. For those of you that have seen it or been in it, y'all know there's very little actual exercise happening in the fitness vlog because I just like getting people to have fun and like be themselves. And it's nice to see the fun side of the gym. And Damon does kind of a similar thing where he'll have his exercises, but he also has like his little skip moments too, and they're so fun.
My real passion is entertaining people. I just lift right now, but actually something I am about to do, just to plug myself real quick. I am launching a not a podcast, more like a talk show type show. Talk show type. Say that 5 times fast.
Talk show type.
Show.
Talk show type show.
Say that 10 times.
It's gonna be like an interview type show.
I'm gonna go like guerrilla style in the streets of Denver. I want to interview like homeless people.
Yo.
I might pay for some head. I don't know. Relax.
We really gonna have to cut that out.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think this mic just hurt my stomach.
This is a family podcast. No,
It's
I'm kidding. I just said fuck 5 minutes. That's not a family
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah. But yeah, that's what I usually do.
Okay, dope. And then, what would you say was probably your most favorite gym moment, like fitness moment? Like, what was something that you did that you were like,
The Murph.
okay,
I Murphed in an hour.
okay,
And I think for like 330 pounds, I feel like that's kind of impressive.
that is solid.
Like regular humans, an hour is like really good. You know, and I mean, I can't do 100 pull-ups. I definitely had to use a band. But I mean, it was sick as fuck running my first mile in under 10 minutes.
Dog,
And I
I'm
felt pretty good.
still trying to get Damon to just do powerlifting because I've told him he will
I
literally
think-
smash it. He will literally absolutely decimate the sport. Like, and the crazy thing is, he's this freakishly strong, and it's all natural. Like,
Oh, no, all right, don't discredit my work. I am naturally a strong guy, but I definitely do train strength. But I definitely don't train strength like I should.
I've told him many times, if he lets me just get him ready for a competition, all I need is 5 or 6 months.
So how many times would we lift a week?
How many times do you want to?
I mean,
This
for
is
it to be
all-
optimal.
Oh, for you to like absolutely demolish everything, starting out, honestly, we're gonna just do some heavy lifts. So it'll be like 3 days a week, 2 or 3 days of rest, 1 day of active recovery.
Okay. I'll let my people get with your people.
Ah, sounds good. I can't wait to hear from Damon Industries.
It's called Nomad Nelly Inc.
Yes, Active and Name Fitness is looking forward to hearing from you.
Oh shit, you're wearing your shirt.
Oh, always.
Bro, can I get one of these? Can I buy one of these?
Yeah, let me put another order in.
Yeah, I'll definitely buy one.
But Damon, anything that you would like to plug for the audience? Like any of your social medias or business ventures that you have?
I guess cat's out of the bag. Launching let's just for a loose term, launching a podcast type YouTube. Damn, let me say that. Edit that out. Launching a podcast guerrilla style interviewing series very soon. I do plan on posting a lot more skit oriented stuff on my main channel. My Instagram is going to pivot away from the gym. I'm still going to post my big lifts because I think what I do is kind of impressive.
I would say so.
I think I can lift more than the normal person. But yeah, bro, just follow me up.
I love
That's
that.
really it.
I love that. So yeah, give Damon a follow. First and foremost, Damon, thank you so much for joining
Yeah, man,
me.
thanks for having
Thank you to ATO Fitness for hosting us. And you know, if y'all are in the area and y'all are looking for a trainer trying to get some work in, you can just DM your boy. You know,
Get with us
yeah. I mean,
or get with him.
get with us or get left.
Yeah.
Because the team going up. DJ, hit my drop.
That's awesome. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, no, I got you, man.
That's fun.
I love that.
Yeah.
I gotta edit a drop in there. I gotta edit a song for it. It might be the